This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Mascoma Savings Bank. With no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in our community. Ramontos in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team, and so much more. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, set to begin the fourth quarter here with the Bob Whites possession, 30-yard line, down by a touchdown. An exciting Division I matchup so far tonight. One possession game. Laughlin in the shotgun. Man goes in motion. This time the handoff goes to Caleb Norris. First time we've called his name tonight, so Norris gets a couple yards. So that will bring up fourth down. Not enough, but you got to go for it here, Andrew, on fourth down. Even though your offenses look good, your defense has played okay, but you don't want to let it get too far out of hand.
Yeah, this would definitely be a deep field goal, obviously. Definitely fourth down territory.
And a false start penalty, or maybe an offsides. We'll see what the call it is. It is going to be against St. Albans, so they will march back 5 yards, and now it makes this fourth down conversion even more difficult.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one to convert on, but I still think you got to go for it. Turn the ball over on downs. Still a ways to go for Hartford, and this is a big play. The Hurricanes can get the ball back and score again. It would make it a two-score game, and Hartford, like we saw in the first half, if they get the ball back here, they're definitely going to try to hold on to it for as long as possible.
4th and 9. It looks like Laughlin's going to scramble to his left, and he's got some room. He's going to try and run it himself. He gets to the edge and thrown down. Flag comes out late. I don't think he got the first down, but I think that flag is going to be against the Hurricanes, and it's going to be a unnecessary roughness penalty possibly on the horse collar, so that will go against the Hurricanes.
Costly penalty right there. It's a pretty obvious penalty. Grabbed him right around the neck. Didn't have to, could have just grabbed right below, just grabbed the jersey, but St. Albans will certainly take that one.
Coach Trombley talking to the refs, asking for some clarification, and that's going to be a big penalty, as it looked like he was stopped short of the first down marker, but the 15-yard penalty added on to the end of the run easily gives them the first down. It'll be 1st and 10. Laughlin under center, 2 running backs behind him. Hands off to Parody, who is tripped up at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, when we'll choose the team member that had the greatest impact.
So a 2-yard gain on first down. Injury timeout, clock stop, and then it will restart now after the player is off the field. So 2nd down and a long 8. Laughlin under center, 2 running backs behind him, receiver out to his left. He'll keep it, looking to his right. He does get it out to his right. A catch and a run for the touchdown. Number 35, Haven Zada.
Nice job by Laughlin. St. Albans quarterback with that throw. There was some pressure in his face, but he's able to find Zada there on the right side. A nice job by Zada as well, running into the end zone, fighting through a couple defenders.
So the touchdown at 10:02 of the 4th quarter. The extra point pending could tie this one up. Ball down, kick is up, hits the upright, and it bounces back. The kick is no good.
Wow.
So the first sign of anything that the kicker, he has been very good all night, making everything he's been asked to kick. A field goal, a couple extra points that he put through pretty easily. So that one doesn't go through. And we have a timeout on the field. The Hurricanes leading the ball boys 24-23. YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Bob White's with the big touchdown, but the missed extra point. Keep it a 1-point game, 24-23, and that is a big missed extra point. Squib kick is away, a high hop, but fielded easily at the 25-yard line and returnable by the Hurricanes. They get it all the way back up to the 41, where they'll take over up a point. 10 minutes to play. Andrew, big missed field goal, or extra point, excuse me.
Yeah, definitely a big one, and the Hurricanes score another touchdown. I'm sure they're going to try to go for two, and if they get that, then that would put them up by a touchdown and a field goal, I believe. So, yeah, really big missed extra point there. Definitely could come back to haunt St. Albans, and with under 10 minutes to go, if Hartford is smart, they'll try to stretch this offensive drive, try to take as many minutes off the clock as possible, and they haven't scored in a while, Jeremy.
Quarterback keeper Tyler Hamilton off the left side, and he's got a first down. He's got plenty of room. He breaks free for a big gain before he's pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line, and just like that, a huge gain for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, that's what Hartford needed, and I was just saying they haven't scored in a while. Try to get this offense rolling here. They were stopped to start off the first half on offense, and then one play for a fumble, turned over the ball again, but finally they get the ball back and have a big play to start off this drive.
Right, they haven't scored in the second half at all. The last score that they had was, you're right, in that second quarter with 43 seconds to go. And another nice run. This one is Porter. And he's able to get another first down. So Hartford having a lot of success here. Late, up one, and just want to run the clock and keep the ball on the ground. And two big chunk plays puts them inside the 20-yard line.
Nice run by Porter, and we said this earlier, they have a ton of running backs who are very good running the ball. You have Porter, you have Rhodes, you have Perkins, even Hamilton, quarterback and run. It's very good run-oriented offense.
Hamilton in the shotgun, two running backs with him, and a flag coming in on the play as Hamilton keeps it himself, but flag from deep in the secondary. See what the flag is. It's going to be another defensive penalty. So the Bob Whites going after the offensive lineman's knees, and that's going to be a big penalty. So second time the Bob Boys have been called for that penalty.
Today's game is being brought in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all of your printing needs, and thank all of our advertisers for their support.
So the referee's having some discussion. It looks like explaining the call. It's going to be against Hartford. So it is chop block or illegal block below the knees. This one is against Hartford. They did call one against St. Albans earlier, so I thought maybe it was the same type of call. This one goes against Hartford.
I didn't see the play, but the flag rested there. One would assume Sweeto was part of the infraction.
That's a big call, as the Hurricanes looked like they were on cruise control on this drive, and now that'll be backed up. All the way back to, it looks to be the 33-yard line, where it will be first and a long ways to go.
If you miss any of our local programs on our 3 YCN network stations, you can always watch our shows and games anytime on our website, ycnnow.com.
So first and long, Hamilton under center, clock moving inside 9 minutes. Porter goes in motion. Hamilton's going to keep it himself, almost trips, but he regains his balance and he fights forward for a handful of yards inside the 30-yard line.
Well, with Hamilton, you're never too sure if he's going to run the ball or throw it. A lot of tricky plays they can run with him as he's a pretty mobile quarterback, as we've seen. But with 24 yards to go for the first down, I would think they'd try to throw the ball here. Hamilton's been very successful so far. Why not go back to it?
And he's got a couple wide receivers. Cody Rhodes to his right. Hand off to Porter, who goes to his left, still on his feet, cutting up the middle. And a nice gain for Porter on second down, and now that'll bring up third down and maybe a little more manageable. But remember, Hartford with the 1-point lead, 24-23, 7:35 to play in the first quarter. They don't have to score. They just want to keep the ball and keep the chains moving.
Right, yeah, and any second they can take off the clock here is big for them. That's what they've been doing all night, having these long huddles way behind the line of scrimmage, taking their time. It's a good strategy.
Clock moving here. Hamilton in the shotgun. Perkins to his right. He's got time. He's going to run it, but the hole that he thought was there closed immediately as he got to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up fourth and long for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, the Bob White defensive line clearly keeping their eyes on the quarterback when he drops back. They know at any moment he could take off running, and nice job by them containing him, keeping him right around the pocket. And yeah, he did see that hole and it closed very quickly. Nice job by the Bob White's defense. If they could force a turnover on downs here, that would be huge for them, give them a chance to win this game.
So fourth down and long, 16 yards to go, 6.5 minutes to play in the game. Hartford with a 1-point lead. Hamilton in the shotgun, two running backs next to him. He's gonna throw it. He's looking down the field, runs out to the right. He has a man open and it's completed, but did he get enough for the first down? That'll be the question. It's going to be close. The catch was made, and it is going to be short of the first down marker. So the receiver caught the ball and immediately went down, almost as if he thought he had the first down, and he just didn't want to turn the ball over, and he wanted to keep the chains moving and the clock moving, but didn't quite get the first down. So change of possession here. Bob White's football, 6:13 to play. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Harris Family Furniture in Plymouth, Laconia, and Chichester.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. 6:13 to play here in the game. St. Albans trailing Hartford 24-23. Handoff to Nate Parody. Nice pickup on first down. Now if you're the Bob Whites, you must keep the chains moving. You got plenty of time, and your offense, I mean, both offenses have been very good so far tonight.
Yeah, they have been, and really it's a tale of the halves. Hartford in the first half, and the Bob Whites here in the second.
So this handoff goes off the right guard, and it's going to be just short of the first down. Bring up third and maybe a long yard, maybe two, maybe 3rd and 1. So 3rd and short, clock moving, 5:15 to play in the fourth quarter. St. Albans needs to pick up this first down. They don't want to have to punt it from deep in their own territory, and it would be tough to go for it on 4th down. Handoff is going to be good for the first down. He's pushed backwards, is Parody, but believe he got the first down. And they will mark it at the 20-yard line. But they're going to bring the chains into measure. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and the Chains are retreating back to the sidelines after they showed a 4th down for the Bob Whites. They did not get the first down, so it's 4th and inches. Bob Whites will go for it. Inside 5 minutes to play, so they trust their defense to hold Hartford. Laughlin under center. Hands off to the up man, and we'll see if he had enough. I got to imagine he got it there, Andrew. That was pretty tough to hold him on 4th, and it was really close.
Yeah, I think he got it too. Some of the Hartford crowd here reacting as if they made the stop, but yep, moving the chains forward now. Nice job by St. Albans here, and just under about 4.5 minutes here. This is going to be the game or not.
So Laughlin in the shotgun, man in motion, but they're going to say it's offsides on the Hurricanes. So a question of if it was offsides. It's going to be offsides on the Hurricanes. So free 5 yards, and if you're the Hurricanes with only a 1-point lead, you don't want to be giving out free yardage.
No, and we talked about this earlier in the game. Hartford's Achilles heel is the penalties, and
Which was important for BFA. Pick up 5 yards.
Hartford has yet to score in this second half. They
Yeah.
went into the half at 24 points. They're still stuck on 24 points. A touchdown in each quarter, the third and the fourth, for St. Albans. And the handoff there, this one goes to Griffin Knapp, and he is out there, the 40-yard line of the Hurricanes, for the first down.
well, Griffin Knapp with a big play there, moving the ball forward all the way to the 40-yard line. Exactly what the Bob Whites needed. It's a big play, quickly moving the chains forward, and you don't want to score too quickly here. You still got to score. You're still only on the 40. Got to try to move the ball forward, but you can't do it too quickly. You want to try to do this with as little time left on the clock as possible when you give the ball back to the Hurricanes.
Man goes in motion. This one to Parody. Can't quite get the corner. Now he cuts it back. He is just shaking defenders and up the middle, and he's still fighting for yardage.
Oh, what an effort by Parody, and he's done this all night long. Looked like there was going to be a big loss there, and he kept fighting and broke 3, 4, 5 tackles to pick up 9 yards when it looked like it was going to be 3 or 4 yard loss. So what a job by Parody.
Hurricanes really need to start wrapping this team up because, as we've seen on multiple occasions, this Bob Whites team, they don't go down easily. They can try and fight for that extra yardage, and they got it there. 2nd down and 1. Laughlin under center. Hands it off to Parody again. This one's good for a 1st down and much more. Continues to move forward. So another big gain for the Bob Whites as we approach 3 minutes to play in this game. And now, if you're the Hurricanes, you got to be careful because the Bob Whites, as we know, they have a good kicker. He's made a field goal. He's made a couple extra points. Yes, he did miss his last extra point, so you got to wonder if that's in his head.
Right.
But right now, Bob Whites continue to move the ball nicely.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Ramontos in Claremont. Always fresh, always delicious. All YCN games are on Facebook Live at YCN News.
Count for Laughlin.
Under center.
Gets it off just in time.
And he's going to hand it off to Knapp, who's got a bit of daylight on the right side, but a flag is in the backfield. Got to imagine that's going to be holding, and it is, immediately signaled by the referee. So holding will back up the Bob Whites after a nice gain. Replay of 1st down.
It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the infraction, which you could be a yard or 2 behind the line of scrimmage.
YCN is now affiliated with the Heroes and Icons Network, drawing from timeless classics as well as more contemporary TV. All eyes are on H&I.
5-yard line. So
So the ball will be spotted at the 35 after they march off the penalty. They need to get pretty deep into the 14-yard line. So 1st and 21, 2.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Hartford leading by 1. Laughlin under center, trying to draw the Hurricanes offside. He's not going to be successful doing that. He's rolling to his left, and he's tripped up by a Hurricane defender. Nicely done there by the Hurricanes.
Yeah, and that was Reese Thompson there, number 53, the junior on that tackle. Nice job by him. Really, all of a sudden, the Bob Whites are knocked really far back here. And where they are right now is definitely not field goal range, especially not for a high school kicker. So Bob White's still not guaranteed to score.
37-yard line, 2nd down and long. Laughlin in the shotgun. Hard count, trying to draw the defense off sides. It doesn't seem to be working. Hartford is staying home. And the snap is dropped, picked up by Griffin Knapp, but he doesn't get anywhere. And now the ball is going to be spotted at the 41-yard line, not quite to the 40. And with a minute 10 to go, clock moving, the Bob Whites taking their time.
Yeah, they really are. And Hurricanes defense really stepping up big here. Obviously that penalty helped, but making a couple of big plays.
And they finally call a timeout, but not before 10 seconds at least ran off the clock. So with a minute 1 to play, the Hurricanes lead 24-23. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, White River Junction, Vermont, where the Hartford Hurricanes lead St. Albans Bob Whites 24-23. Laughlin in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking down the field. He has a man, and it's just out of the reach of Griffin Knapp. The defender had slipped, and Knapp had a chance at it.
I believe that was Austin Gaudet there who slipped, almost was able to make a pick on that ball, but nice job defending it. And here's the play. It's going to determine the outcome of this game. Bob Whites need to get to just about the 12 or so yard line.
Yeah, it's a long 4th and 26, and they're going to have another timeout. They want to try and talk this over and make sure they have all their weapons available, really, because in this situation, you don't want to leave anything on the table. We'll take a break as well. 57 seconds to go. YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, the final 57 seconds here. And this is it, 4th down and very long for St. Albans as they try to get the first down as they are down by 1. Laughlin drops back, he's pressured, he's rolling to his right. He throws it deep down the field, had a man, but overthrew his man. And that's going to be incomplete. And the Bob Whites will end up going home on the wrong side of a 1-point game. The missed extra point is going to be the difference in this game. And as they change possession, Hartford should be able to run out the clock. Bob Whites don't have enough timeouts left. Now it's time for the player of the game.
Yes, our HR Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game. I think we have to give it to senior quarterback Tyler Hamilton on the Hurricanes. He was big for them tonight, made a number of nice throws, and he had a rushing touchdown as well as a passing touchdown. He was big for them, and really he was very accurate. No turnovers from him, and just a very nice played game by Hamilton. Congratulations to him. He's our HR Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game.
And the kneel down there by the Hurricanes. Clock will continue to move. Bob White's can't stop it, so that will be one more play until the end of the game. And Andrew, an exciting game, very fast-paced. Both these teams, I'm sure, will make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Exciting game. Your final thoughts?
Yeah, it was a very exciting game, and I think penalties were a big factor in this one. Obviously, that last one stalled out St. Albans' final drive, but penalties were big, and really Hartford's offense was great in the first half. They didn't score a single point in the second half. It was St. Albans' defense that came up big. But really, it was a well-played game, and really the extra point is the difference here. I think it's probably appropriate as it was a good game on both sides, but congratulations to Hartford, they earned this one.
All right, so the Bob Whites fall to 4-2. The Hurricanes improve to 5-1. The final score, Hartford 24, St. Albans 23. Thanks to Greg and Alex. For Andrew Zerhide, I'm Jeremy Stout. You've been watching the YCN Game of the Week.
YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Mascoma Savings Bank. With no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in our community. Ramontos in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team, and so much more. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.